Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention. What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected? An impressive bounty.
My guiding stars! Witness the power of Gua!
Overruled!
Wow. Suddenly, I don't feel so tired. Not now.
Why is there a chest here? Shroud! I hear everything!
My guiding stars!
Rain outlines your fate.
The night is cold. Stars, shine for me.
No, my sword! Rain cutter!
Can't see? Yeah. Rah.
Body and mind. I let my guard down.
Excellent.
Body and mind.
My guiding stars!
Rain outlines your fate.
Laid bare!
Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion. What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
wrong way.
Time to act. Body and mind. I hope we find long-lost ancient literature. Time to act. Treasure hunting. A valiant endeavor. Body and mind. Time to act. I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
The night is cold.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
Transfixed!
This world is full of unsolved.
A reward on the road.
Can't sleep?
Cyanide.
Excuse me? Who do you think you are?
Not now.
Time to act.
Yeah. Rah. Sia. Keep up. Rah. Sia.
The night is cold.
Laid bare.
Not now.
Rain outlines your fate.
My guiding stars.
Let me weave you a verse.
Don't be scared. Not now.
No, my sword! Not good. I am outplayed.
Keep up.
The night is cold. I'm sorry, Professor.
Keep up.
Ready when you are.
My guiding stars!
Overruled!
Freeze!
Everlasting as the moon! Laid bare!
Time to act.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
New stock at Sigu Antiques?
My friend, what can I get you?
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
My friend, what can I get you?
I've got a pretty interesting gadget.
Staring into my eyes. Does What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please. This kind of weather is more enjoyably spent under the cover of shade.
Unvarnished colors, here to serve.
All tasks have been handed out. Ah, how relaxing.
Who's that skulking
Staring into
around?
my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
As I gaze out upon the sea, prose wells up inside of me. All tasks have been handed
Who's
out.
that skulking around?
Ah, how relaxing. As I gaze out upon the sea, prose wells up inside of me.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
All tasks have been handed out.
What could the children be
How
up to?
relaxing.
Never mind. Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention. What could the children be up to? Never mind.
Welcome aboard this aquabus! One of the most unique forms of transportation in all of Teyvat! This boat will take you from Romaritime Station to the Court of Fontaine. Normally, this line doesn't have many passengers, so you have your pick of the best seats. Oh, but you still have to follow all the passenger guidelines. These include not placing sharp tools flat on the chairs and not bringing overstuffed lunchboxes on board. We've had quarrels break out between passengers over things like that. Some even escalated into private brawls.
Something with which to commemorate this occasion. Something with which to commemorate this occasion. Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food!
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh,
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa.
I've never even heard of it. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. My own family can barely get by as it is. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the vision.
To be perfectly honest, I don't... All I know is that I will perform certain things, and it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing...
I didn't take any. Like I said, to top it all off, my house was just raided by... If you don't believe me, go...
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those We should be able to follow their...
I charge a higher rate to meet outside.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Another test subject.
Rain outlines your fate.
Transfixed.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you, Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the...
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was... and no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions, and if you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no sword? Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me, in hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Why don't you ask him about the... Oh, but before you go...
But...
Information is also a... Don't worry. I won't charge...
At least we now know where the emergency... Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. it turns out that you really were just...
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told, why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once... I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, there's... Can you recognize the words?
virtue and somehow those two words seem to be taking on seemingly endless but what use of virtue and justice? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision, and the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally...
Yet another... When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like, fortunately for us, let's go find the next port.
Atsuko.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supply...
What? The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a... Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. This is his dojo. Luckily, they...
Nanako, don't worry. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong.
Maybe, but I'm still worried about. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him.
It's just because he's been possessed. That...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to... But if I'm up...
The Grand Narukami Shrine?
You haven't heard of it? Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine, so don't worry, Nanako. Sensei... The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Shh. So you decided just now, when Nanako was attending to him. When she asked him, it looked like he was all the while one of them. Sensei went into the ritual. Please.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How did you... Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years.
Excuse? And what are you doing, sneak?
Bad news? I don't care to talk about...
His senior?
Anzai. Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish... When we were young, I had begun practition, but don't, Sensei. I thought so. Only then, he was...
You're
Because until... Of all the disciples, Domon's... Later, after that... So, I decided... So you see... Okay, you've heard my story.
Still...
that mean he's just...
Nanako,
I am sorry. With what but spirits and all is...
lady...
The head shrug...
Correct. I am unable to say for...
Excuse me.
That won't be necessary. I must leave now.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice?
Do you mean to...
No! That's not what I meant at all! I just mean this is late. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet...
Sure. Who knows? Maybe... Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But... then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken her. She seems super mysterious. Paimon, we can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
An impressive bounty.
No, let me try again.
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka, you seem...
Thank you. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their vision. Perhaps thunder's roar, light, but I believe that surely you understand. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on... You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it...
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. Such privileges exist...
Oh,
Once the number of...
Makes sense. Perfect.
In any case, we could... The almighty Shogun. She inspires awe. It was her almost... The issue is this. After all, because of this...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless...
Resistant?
Yes. To say a little, but I do... Of course. They invariably... It almost make...
Ooh, Paimon has a...
Oh? What would you...
Have you got a plan yet to fight...
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity.
So...
Well, for example...
You're telling Paimon that...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. The problem we are
Darn!
Yes. We knew... Exactly. I feel the same way. When you are ready.
Just hand it over. You don't want it if you think, believe me.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things... Psst! Hey! Huh? There's... Come on! This way! What's going on? Shh! Quiet! Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey! This isn't right, you... Huh? Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't...
All right.
What?
What should we do now?
Many...
No worries. You put on quick... Oh, so... think nothing... Oh, right.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows your...
Whoa. Stop. As for his handiwork...
Yes,
Master Mats... Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say, but if... So, what about if... Sure! Seems like I So? Whoa. Not bad, huh? Time to break...
Perhaps this is karma.
Now that we're... Come on, this way. I certainly would... We should... Yes,
laid bare.
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it. Not now.
Overruled.
I must
I need to train harder.
Battle formation! I've lost.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Teach me a lesson.
Not now.
I must. I won't forget this.
I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Teach me a lesson.
No, my sword! Ring cutter!
I dare you!
My guiding stars!
I must withdraw.
I need to train harder.
Shh! Quick! That must be...
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Oh no! If we don't come up with a way to break it...
Hey, you there!
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
Huh? That's Kojo Sara.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly...
Yes.
If you are unashamed of...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Hey, this... Yoimiya?
Who is that? Quick, go in.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide! Sorry,
recovered.
Huh? Was that next?
It sounded like.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks aren't just for festivals. Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Look, the coast is.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu, come on! Oh.
Yes. He's in serious condition, but remember, once he's recovered...
Well...
Yes.
Master Masakatsu...
Don't worry.
Thank you. Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we... Right. It seems that... How about we go...
I see. So I wonder if...
Unlikely. Don't forget, in her eyes, if our
True. We are now... Your turn.
But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the it is time we make...
There's no need. Things seem... yes. And the
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know.
Being in a Toma.
I'd say...
A hot pot?
Simply put, then we take it in. Anyone who gets... Don't you think it's...
You really do? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Ooh! This is a...
Oh, my stomach! It's...
Who would it get?
Salt crust... hold up.
But weren't you the boiling... I must have...
Uh-oh.
You know
Perhaps I think my luck... So without further...
Oh, bruh. Yes. And with the extra...
Let's all take downtime. I'll tidy things...
There's gonna be a...
Sure, why not?
Bye,
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, but you ought not.
Individual
Correct. This may seem a little sudden. A few days she wrote about.
Probably your mom's best buddy.
Never. So, according to.
Paimon thinks it's.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want? Do you need us?
No. Please keep. The proper course of action would be to. Exactly.
You can count on that.
Wonderful.
Oh, we don't mind.
Thank you kindly.
All right, so.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided... attention.
My apologies. Commemorate guests of sufficient status. Please.
Try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned.
Ad Astra. Pay your dues.
Rain outlines your fate. Overruled.
My guiding stars!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
No escape.
Transfixed.
You
Are you here to play with me? Not now. Cole, mine's a command. The merrier. Let me amuse myself. Look at me. Just...
Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.